Well, I think it's safe to say that Shatterdive will be getting altered sometime around Bungie's big 30th anniversary patch. If you don't believe me, that's totally fine, but I have a Twitter thread right here that makes me believe this is the case. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read a few of these tweets from this Twitter thread, but I will be hopping over a few, but I'll go ahead and make sure that I drop images on the screen as I read. So, reading these verbatim, Benny tweeted on September 24th, "Personally, not a fan of the labs mode at all. Loser advantage is not a concept I like. Would much prefer the point to spawn in the middle every time. I'm spending more time running to the other spawn than fighting. Am I the only one that thinks Elim was fine? Now rounds are shorter." And then he also added onto that tweet and said, "I am happy they decided to finally put Crucible Labs to use and experiment with it. I think the objective spawn would be fine if it wasn't for the losing advantage. That being said, with the current sandbox, Shatterdive and Glacier Grenades seem a little too good in this mode." My dude Drewski responded to this tweet and said, "I agree. I would add on that Glacier Grenades and Shatterdive would need to be looked at regardless of the game mode. Too hard to break Glaciers, Shatterdive too strong for clear reasons." They continue conversing back and forth, Benny and Drewski were, and then Kevin Yanes, who is the Sandbox Discipline lead, came onto the thread and said, "To me, the important part is the mode and placements. Shatterdive won't be an issue forever." Okay, and some random person named Zero replied to that and said, "I mean, it's been a whole thing for almost a year now. Saying it won't be a problem forever is pretty much a big window between it being changed." And I can agree with that. It's like, yo, Shatterdive has been wreaking havoc for a long time now. It has been altered, it's been nerfed, but it is still a problem, okay? Kevin replied to that tweet and said, "It's a balancing act. We knocked crystals and Shatterdive a few times. Sometimes it takes a few iterations to get the ability right without killing it. Other features can take precedent and you need to plan it alongside another release to get the coverage." And he put in quotes 30th anniversary. Again, as I mentioned before in the beginning of the video, this makes me believe that Shatterdive will be addressed in Bungie's 30th anniversary patch. Now, am I happy about that? Yes, 110% I am. I wonder what they're going to do to address Shatterdive. Now, if you ask me, do I think Shatterdive is a problem? Oh, 110%. It is, right? It absolutely is, especially with aspects and loadouts that allow hunters to be able to get their grenade ability back almost instantaneously. Oh, yeah, Shatterdive is ridiculous. Now, I do think there are a few things that Bungie can do to alter Shatterdive while maintaining its integrity, okay? One thing would possibly be giving Shatterdive a certain height threshold, okay? What I mean by that is making the hunter reach a certain maximum height before being able to crash down and shatter the glacier grenades, okay? This would absolutely avoid those panic shatters because it's happened to me before where I'm lasering somebody, we're kind of in close range combat, and I get frozen with a quick glacier grenade and shatter dove on like in a matter of 0.25 seconds. And it happens so many times, whether if I'm playing in casual, crucible, competitive, or trials. And yo, that honestly just can't happen. Another thing they could possibly do, now that I think about it, is they could do some type of knockback. So for example, if you get Shatter Dove on, it doesn't kill you. It takes out maybe half of your health, right? If you're fully shielded and whatnot, takes out half of your health and you have some type of knockback from the impact of the shatter. I think something like that could work, and it could still give me an opportunity to defend myself, peel back, and actually fight back, you know? At the same time, the knockback ability gives the hunter a bit of an advantage because if I'm pushing in and I get knocked back, not only am I damaged, but I get blown back. So maybe it gives us a chance to kind of regroup and reassimilate things, especially in competitive game modes. I mean, I can only imagine if I blew somebody back, you know, and I get the opportunity to drop back and regroup with my homies, that could really save me rather than getting pushed and getting shotgun aped or fusion rifle aped for that matter. Ultimately, even with this all being said, I'm not a game developer, so I have no idea. I'm just throwing darts at a board, hoping one will land, and I can only imagine how difficult it is to be able to balance an ability like Shatterdive, but allow it to maintain its integrity, so there's still some viability there. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Is Shatterdive ridiculous? Is it totally fine? What would you guys do to address it and alter it? Not necessarily nerf it, but alter it. Again, let me know down in the comments. It's been your boy Cray. I'm signing out, and as I always say, make sure you stay humble, be blessed, and remain relentless. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.